tonight. From MetLife Stadium in New Jersey.
Set, 50, play. Right, Roger. Hey.
From the 35 on second down, Wilson. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, third down. Now Wilson. Over the middle, complete. That's Carter. And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30.
Well, they've certainly done a nice job spreading the ball around on this drive. This time he gets it out to his back, and it's another nice play and another first down. They've got the defense on their heels a little bit. They're reacting instead of being aggressive and making plays.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Hey, I'm coming.
Now it's Wilson. That's caught right side by Mims. And they're going to get this down inside the 15. A 3-score game here late. You can probably rule out the comeback, but certainly some kind of a moral victory to be had if they can get a few more points to close things out. And to that end, a nice pass play there to push things downfield.
Yeah, and we know in this league, a loss is a loss, and no one wants anything to count as a moral victory or, boy, something that feels a little bit cheap. But if they trim that lead down to just 2 scores, that's still a benefit to this squad.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. They go play action with Wilson. Open man here is Conklin. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
Nice play call, a little bit of play action right there. If you can get those linebackers to freeze for just a split second, that's usually all the room you need in order to get it to your tight end.
The Jets on 3rd down. They've hit on half of them, 5 for 10. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. Throwing is Wilson. Got a man, it's caught. Touchdown, Jets. Rashad Bateman, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Jets are finally into the end zone here in this 4th quarter. So a little bit of a letdown there defensively. I mean, look, you're still 2 scores to the good, CD, but things may be a little more uncomfortable than they had hoped.
Yeah, if you'd kept them out the end zone there, this game's over. You've locked the door on them. Instead, it's still open a little bit, and they've got a puncher's chance.
Zerline good with a PAT, and the lead will be cut down to 14. So that drive spans 13 plays. And it's Rashad Bateman who finished it all off with a touchdown. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Taking it about the 1. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. And the Chiefs offense ready to go again. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there of playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
Now, the first play of the drive there is incomplete. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. A check down here for Henry. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get it out to your running back, and it could turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
Throwing is Mahomes on third. It's Kelsey on the grab. And he will have a Chiefs first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Well, normally you might say start running the football. You've got the lead here in the fourth quarter, but the way that they've passed it with such success, I don't know, maybe keep throwing it.
Yeah, I think you brought up something that goes against conventional wisdom, right? In this stage of the game, you would think you would switch to a running attack, but you're exactly right. They've thrown it so well throughout the game, and trusting this quarterback, I think you continue to do so.
Let's go.
Play action. Now it's Mahomes. He sets to fire deep. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Jalen Petrie picks it off. And the Jets are right back in this football game. Now with that interception, you feel like we got a ball game again. Remember, 2-score contest and still time left here in the fourth.
And in the old days, not too long gone either. Throwing the ball here would have been an absolute no-no, but the way the game's played now, throwing it makes sense. You just have to be careful when you put it in the air.
Now the Jets offense about set to take over as they head onto the field. The interception was a great starting point, but now they need points pretty quickly, down 2 scores.
Double tight. 4 down. Check.
They'll run with Edwards here to begin the drive. And he'll fight forward on the straight-ahead running for just a couple of yards, second down. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. To throw is Wilson. A slant route caught by Bateman. And they'll get him down up past the 15. So that last play gives him a little more space now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 16-yard line. Here's Wilson. Quick hitter here. It's complete. That'll go for a gain of 7. And it'll be 2nd down. Up the middle, it's Edwards. And he's able to get up here to the 26. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down. Wilson. And the Chiefs are going to get him. Matthew Ioannidis, his 2nd sack of the night.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. Meanwhile, Wilson's throw complete there to Bateman. So 8 yards on the completion there, and that'll force upon him a 3rd and 14. Wilson. That's a screen play here for Carter. He finds some open field here. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. Able to convert on 3rd and 14. A terrific play call.
And when you're throwing the ball downfield really well like they have been on this drive, it's really a nice time to work one of the screen plays in. One of my favorite play callers in the game has always told me he starts every game with 10 to 12 screens because if he starts feeling the pressure from the defense, he uses their aggressiveness against them.
Hey, we got 3 down.
Throwing now, Wilson on 1st down. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Here's Wilson to throw. Able to get away. But now he's swallowed up and taken down. Multiple defenders getting to him there for a huge loss. A rough couple of weeks for the man under center. 5 sacks last week, 4 now this week. Do you try to design some quicker developing plays if you're an offensive coordinator?
I think you do that. I think you also change his launch point at times. In other words, move your pocket to the right, to the left. roll him out, bootleg him, do some different things so they can't just rely on the fact that he's going to take 3 to 5 steps back in the pocket and line up and throw the football.
Yeah, current formula is not working right now.
Let's go, baby. Turn over.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Here's Wilson. And that one going to be off target and incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32. Now it's Wilson. He finds Bateman over the middle. And he'll be brought down with a 1st down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 17-yard line. From the red zone now, here's Wilson on 1st down. He'll dump this off to Carter, complete. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. 1st down now, but that clock rolling. Throwing again here, Wilson.
Just like that. Just like that.
And they're going to get him. They bring him down to the sack back at the 16-yard line. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. And he rifles one incomplete.
And now the focus is really clear. They need to get that 1st down and either get out of bounds or maybe use one of those timeouts.
Get in the weight room. Quick the edge. Come on.
On 3rd and goal, Wilson. And this is caught for a touchdown. So hang on now. Things just got a little bit more interesting here in the final minute.
I'm not sure win-win is the proper term here, but it certainly felt like it. They got the touchdown they needed, but if I'm on the defensive side of the ball, okay, you got the touchdown, but it sure took you a long time.
Yeah, because offensively there, you're probably hoping for a 1 to 5 play drive. That one ate up a little more time than they were hoping.
You're exactly right, and if you have that 1 to 5 play drive, you actually build up momentum and even more hope. When they had to slog their way downfield, they got the touchdown, but it's almost like,
And now remember, all touchdowns are reviewed, and in a tight game like this, they're going to take a good long look at it. They're taking a peek at whether or not those feet were in bounds, and obviously a big call here in the end zone.
And not just the feet. How about the hands? How's the ball possessed while the feet are hopefully getting down in bounds? That's what they're trying to look at to see if it all comes together.
So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. Zerline connects on the extra point, and now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. And what a drive that was. 16 plays all told, and it ends with a Jet touchdown. So a little under 50 seconds to go. Plenty of time if they can get this onside kick. And the Chiefs have got it. And with that, they should have a victory as well. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we've brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
And the busy night for Henry continues. And he'll power ahead, but only for about 3 yards. 2nd down coming up. They'll run it again with Henry. And he'll take it inside the 40 to the 39-yard line. Now the Jets going to use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this 4th quarter. To throw is Mahomes. Complete, the tight end Kelsey. Just a gain of a couple there. And it'll be 4th down. And that's off the right upright. Thought it might sneak in, but it did not. It's no good. And this will remain a 1-touchdown game. So here's Wilson and the Jets. Down by 7. A little over 30 seconds remaining. Now the missed field goal gives them new life as they come up in a one-score game on 1st and 10. So this defense gets an assist from the goalpost, and as a result, it's going to keep them within one score.
Yeah, that looked to be good the whole way. But that is a big break here in the fourth quarter of a football game. Now your offense needs to find a way to capitalize.
So the defense helping them out a little bit here late in the fourth.
Yeah, and you're exactly right. And when you're the one doing the chasing, you'll take a little help from the other guys, won't you?
Wilson's throw here caught by Mims. The Jets going to go ahead and use their final timeout as the clock will stop with an even 20 seconds left to go. Here's Wilson. Escaping and he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Well, they came so close, Charles. They were knocking on the door in a one-possession game, but ultimately the defense held tough to get the victory.
And doesn't it feel like it just leaves them asking what could have been? So many moments when they could have had a big play to change the outcome of this game. And let's face it, none bigger than that final snap that just fell short.
So for Kansas City, they move back over 500 at 3-2 now on the year. And they'll have a few extra days here now before they face the Lions next week. Meanwhile, for the Jets, the loss will move them back to 3-2 on the year. And they will get a
today. From
on first down, he'll drop to throw. He's going to find and complete it to Renfro. So they'll get 8 out of that completion, and it'll be second in a couple.
Hey, Mike's 15, Mike. Guys, stay in situation.
He'll look to throw. That's complete. It's Elijah Moore. First target, first catch, and a first down. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. He's got his tight end over the middle, T.J. Hockenson. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. A give up the middle to Dobbins. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
You've got to be impressed by that defensive front on reps like those. They were not being moved off the line, kept their shoulders square, and gave their teammates time to fight to the ball and limit that gain.
Hey, man, watch the boot, watch the boot.
Here's 2nd and 8. Caught outright by Renfro. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And now it's 3rd and 3. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
48 the mic.
They'll try to run for it with Dobbins. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. They're able to convert with a gain of 4.
There are a lot of different formulas to winning football, but one constant over the years, winning on 3rd down. That pickup there was big because they had struggled throughout this one.
They'll look to throw now on 1st down. They'll set up the screen. This is Williams. And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35.
And good yardage there on 1st down because sometimes all you need to do on the screen is get one key block. That might set your man free, and that was pretty good pursuit to the football defensively, or it could have gone for more.
On 2nd down, a run with Dobbins. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. They stay on the ground. This time it's Williams. To about the 26 here. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
And he's brought down here just outside of the 20. As big of a play as we've had in this one so far. This is 3rd and 3. They're going to look to throw. It's complete to Fuller. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. They go back to the ground with Williams. And he's eaten up at the line of scrimmage. Might have gotten a yard down to the 16. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. He'll drop to throw. He'll find Thielen working the middle. And the Jaguars are going to be looking at 1st and goal as they move this down to the 4-yard line. Oh, they're going to run a little pop pass here. And he'll take this one in for a Jags touchdown. Hunter Renfro with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Jaguars go coast to coast and finish the drive off with 6 points. We are set up for a fantastic finish now. A 4th quarter touchdown here. We're an extra point away from a tie football game.
And I know they're thinking about possibly going for 2, but I'd go ahead and kick this one and just get it back to level.
Garibay on for the extra point. And no sweat, he puts it through, and we are tied here in the 4th. And what a drive that was. 16 plays all told, and it culminates in a Jags touchdown. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. Get a look at receiver Chris Godwin as this offense returns for their next drive. They might want to mix something up defensively because he's been shredding them a bit, hasn't he?
That he has, and even with all the changes that you know are going on the defensive side of the ball, he's still finding ways to get open, finding the right spots, and the delivery's been pretty good too.
He's over 100 yards, has the 1 touchdown score to this point. Backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. Now Jackson. Johnson's got it complete. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and that will bring up 2nd down.
They decided to run a hitch route. It really helps to have a guy who can turn it loose. And, boy, he rifled one in there on that one. Not much run after catch, but it worked really well.
13 yards remaining on 2nd down. To throw is Jackson. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a 3rd down. Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. On 3rd down, Jackson. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. Returning it is Moore. A very nice punt that time, but they get 11 back on the return. And the Jaguars go on offense, 1st down and 10. Jacksonville back on offense and ready to take over. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And, partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due, because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
And because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And incomplete. They tried to drop it off, but he couldn't hold on. Here's Logan Cook now, as he's on for the 5th time here today. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. And a nice job here on special teams. This will be down inside the 10 at the 8-yard line.
Well, someone's going to be happy with that effort. You know who else is going to be happy? His defense.
Absolutely.
He's created a very long field for that offense to try to traverse.
And he got some help from Mr. Football there, checking up nicely. Good English on that punt. Jackson. That's complete to Otten. So the completion good for 7 there, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
It drives some people crazy to see those short throws underneath. They've got to find a way to gash the defense downfield.
Now Jackson. And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down. So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. They'll try and run for it with Fournette. And brought down, but not before they're able to get it up to the 25. 1st down now, but that clock rolling. Throwing, Jackson. And Jackson's so tough to stop. He's got a 1st down, and he gives himself up there at the end. Jackson to throw.
Here we go.
They'll swing this out to Fournette. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 ticks remaining on the clock.
Hey, watch the slant.
Here's Jackson. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the 1st down. And now they're in the hurry up. Jackson. And Jackson going to have the 1st down as he will get to the ground to avoid the contact. And here in overtime, if the team that receives the ball scores a touchdown, it's over. If they don't, we can still have some more football.
That's exactly right. If they go down and kick a field goal, the other team gets a possession to either match it or score a touchdown to win the ball game. If both teams kick field goals, the next team to score wins. But if the receiving team throws a pick 6 or fumbles the ball and it gets picked up by the defense and they score, the game is over at that point.
So the Jaguars going to get possession of the football first here in this overtime session as the kick is away. Fields it right around the goal line. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. And everyone knows the OT rules, Charles, but pretty simple formula. They go down and get a field goal, we continue play, but if they can find the end zone on this possession, ball game over.
And as meticulously as all teams plan for a game, I don't doubt for a second on that offense coordinator's play sheet, he's got some overtime plays that he wants to run. I know it sounds crazy, but they plan for everything. 1st and 10 all the way throughout the game, 2nd and 7, whatever. Right now, he's looking at that play sheet saying, if we get to overtime, what can we break out that they haven't seen?
This ball tipped, and it's going to be incomplete. Fortunate maybe to get that back. It's 3rd down. Once that ball was popped in the air, you could almost hear the silence, the collective breath being held here in the stadium.
Let's be honest about it. We both came out of our chairs, didn't we? All right, anytime you see the ball in the air like that, there is that collective rise, the crowd holding its breath, and boy, oh boy, the moment of truth as it comes down. Man, that was something.
Everything magnified here in overtime. Charles, you get into these overtime situations, that's not a bad guy to dial into.
Well, when you have to have plays, especially in a spot as you just described, we're in OT, you've got to go to the guys you can trust and you know are going to make the plays. Well, they say, it's not the X's and the O's, it's the Jimmys and the Joes.
Hey, D-line, let's get in there. Let's get in there, huh? 48. 48's the Mike. Mike, watch the pass.
It's a jet sweep. This is Renfro. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down.
Check 48's the Mike. Check 48's the Mike.
On play action, they'll throw. Out to the left there and complete to the tight end, Hawkinson. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They'll look to throw here. That pass complete to Moore. And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30. Second and 2. Throw left side, taken in by Renfro. And this is going to lead to another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Bucs 18. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And he will go down outside of the pocket for a sack. Trying to get away, but could not. Shaquille Barrett, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year.
And this dominant defensive performance continued on that play. This poor quarterback, he's not received the protection he needs and has had to pick himself up off the turf far too often.
And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19.
Hey, check. 3 down.
They'll set up to throw. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Well, partner, guaranteed they approach this play with the idea of making up ground to make 3rd down manageable. Unfortunately, with that incompletion, right back where they started on the last snap. Now they need a big 3rd down play in order to pick up the yardage needed.
And he's going to come up well short as they rally up to stop him at about the 16. It's a gain of 11, but they're still well short. It's 4th down.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the 1st down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here. This to at least get them a lead here in overtime. Garabay's kick is good. And with it, they have taken the lead. So they do get get the short field goal here to get them the all-important overtime lead. But, Charles, you wonder if they'll wind up ruining the fact that they were able to get down into the red zone, yet not able to find the touchdown that would have won them the game.
Brandon, you're absolutely right. In overtime, when you get the ball first, the hope is your opponents never see the football. But now they're going to get a drive to try and win it, or at least keep the game alive with a field goal. And I'm getting a dictionary out to look up ruin.
And Tampa Bay trots out there now.
Well, it's pretty simple now. They need a field goal out of this drive to extend overtime, or obviously, Charles, a touchdown to win it.
Yeah, and I'm taking the defense's perspective on this one, partner, because now they know with a 3-point lead, they can afford to give that up because you just keep playing, right? Overtime gets extended. But if you give up the touchdown, it's game over. So on offense, every play you make, you've got to try and get just a little bit more out of each one in order to try and get to the end zone, because they're going to play everyone back, keep everything in front.
From the gun on third down, Jackson. And he'll be stopped at the 27-yard line, well short of the first down marker. Decent gain on the scramble to 6, but now it's 4th.
And defensively, they had an extra defensive back on the field, their nickel package, and it made a difference. All the receivers were blanketed, so he tried to run for it, but he came up just a bit short.
Two minutes on the clock in overtime in a 3-point ball game.
Hey, quick, ready? Got four down. 55's mine, guys, 55. You guys,
They're going on 4th down. It's Jackson. He completes it to Evans.
And he is going to have the Buccaneers first down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive.
It's a pickup of 19, and it's good enough for a Tampa Bay first. Some big-time drama as the game continues. They had to have that 4th down conversion. They made it work.
And you and I have both seen play callers' play sheets, right? And a lot of them look like, menus at restaurants. They always have a special section for those plays when you absolutely have to have a first down, a touchdown, a big play. They went to that section right there and dialed that one up.
Able to make something out of nothing there. 17 yards and a first down.
He's been making himself a weapon as a runner, and the results, they've been welcomed by his offense. My question is about the defense we're watching right now, partner. Even after he got him with a scramble earlier this drive, they still aren't devoting enough attention to him. I would expect that after that carry, they'll do a much better job going forward, spying on him on passing downs.
Meanwhile, Jackson's throw complete there to Johnson. And he's going to be taken down right at the 10-yard line.
Offensively, back-to-back really nice plays. This defense, they've got 2 timeouts, maybe should burn one.
Yeah, when you get back-to-back explosive plays, to me, anything over 10 yards, I don't care if it's a run or a pass, I count it as an explosive play. That sends your defense back on its heels. A timeout here would be a good idea and try and get themselves settled because we're in OT. This is big time.
And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line.
67 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
So a little chunk there on first as they try to chip away down 3 in overtime.
I like your description. Chip away, down 3. You don't have to get it all in one big play, although obviously that would be nice. But there's no need to have that type of risk associated with it. Run your offense, get first downs, get yourself in a position where you know you're going to at least get 3 and keep this game going. If you get 6, so much the better.
On third down, Fournette. And he is in for the score. And it is absolute stunned silence here as they win it on the road in overtime. A great game, partner. Spectacular finish. They needed at least a field goal to keep the game alive. They do one better. They get it in the end zone and end it.
And I don't know about you, but I'm worn out. That type of a game takes it all out of us as well, not just the guys on the field. What a tremendous finish, and as you noted, were they going to go and try and get 3 and keep the game going? And that wasn't good enough for them. They got the touchdown, and that's why we're able to say goodbye.
So for the Buccaneers, they move back over 500 at 3-2 now on the year. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to Big D to take on the Cowboys. Meanwhile, for the Jaguars, things aren't looking good. It'll be an 0.
Today, from FedEx Field in Landover, Maryland, it's Week 5 of the NFL.
Panther 60, Panther 60. Coming, baby, I'm coming, baby.
Here's a 2nd and 7.
Throw out wide to Walker.
And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. 7 yards there and a first down. Fourth quarter, every drive so critical, and you figure may only get one more shot after this, so a touchdown's imperative on this drive.
It is, but you also have to think to yourself in play calling, don't hold anything back. Don't save it for the second touchdown. You got the first one for the second one to even matter.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run. But for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Mike 22, Mike 22. We own them. Ready.
They'll drop to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. They'll try for the first with Walker. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. Now, yes, a 2-possession game, but a good chunk of time on the clock, so they have the ability still there to run it on 2nd and short, but maybe they need to pick it up a bit.
You're right. They did pick up the first down there, but they, as you mentioned, they have to pick up the pace now because it's a 2-possession game. They've got to get there twice to make sure they have a chance to win.
Come on, set, Viking 18. Hey, come on, oh, come on, oh.
47's the mic. 47's the mic.
They'll look to throw here on first down. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run.
Good yardage on the completion there, and when they look at the scoreboard, they do understand A field goal is not going to do them any good. My guess, they're going to press the ball downfield as far as possible, try and throw it into the end zone and get a score because they know they've got to get that done and get the ball back as quickly as possible.
They'll run on first down with Dallas. Benjamin St. Juste there on the stop.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. They'll look to throw. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. He'll look to throw.
Finding Lockett for the catch here on the out route.
And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds.
They'll run for it. It's Walker.
And he's able to pick up the first down before he's tackled right at the 10. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down.
Back to Walker on first down.
And here he'll get it down to the 7. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
On 2nd down, it's Walker.
And he is in for the Seattle touchdown.
Ken Walker
with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year.
And the Seahawks have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th. Well, he finishes off the drive with a touchdown run, Charles. Remember, he also had a catch on this drive as well.
And that's what running backs want to be in today's NFL, a complete back. 3 downs, stay on the field, run it, and catch it. And he gets it done.
Extra point attempt to come here. He's got it, and it's 24-17. That one was an extended drive, 14 plays all told.
And it was Ken Walker finishing things off with a touchdown run.
The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock.
This will be fielded inside the 5. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. So here is Washington now to take over.
They'd lost 2 straight coming in, but good news for them right now. They've got the lead and the football.
Okay, break. 56 is the mic. Watch the curl. Watch the curl. Watch the shift. Watch the shift. Ready?
Throwing now, Newman on first down.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Right there, he rose to the occasion late in a close game.
It's something he thought about, dreamed about, and worked on throughout his career. Because in these types of situations, he wasn't going to allow extra coverage to keep him from getting the football.
On 2nd down, a run with Gibson.
And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down.
Now, obviously, that's some good work there defensively, being able to stop them and bringing up a key 3rd down. But if you're on the offensive side of the ball, there's an opportunity, because I know what defensive guys are thinking right now. Just stop them, get to the ball. That means they might not be sound defensively. There could be some opportunities.
And you said key 3rd down. Highlight that word, put it in bold. Here we go.
Washington on 3rd down.
They're right at about the league average, 40%, 4 for 10. This will be 3rd and 5. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. A gain of 18 and a new set of downs.
Now that's a killer, because you think you've got it absolutely covered, and then he hot-foots it out of there and picks up a first down. Drives you crazy as a defense.
You're exactly right. Looked like a for-sure stop on 3rd, and then the tables turned.
19 Tiger, 19 Tiger. You ain't going nowhere. Switch it, switch it, switch it. Come on, switch it.
On 1st and 10, it's Gibson. And good space to operate there as he takes this down inside the 35-yard line. 74 yards rushing now for Gibson. He's got a first down. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the fourth quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
So it's Commanders football as we get back to it.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Let's make these babies.
Once more, Gibson.
And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5. And quickly, we're going to get another stop here with 1:54 left as they call the timeout defensively. Play number 7 coming on this drive. It's 3rd and inches.
They'll run with Gibson.
And he will have a first down at about the 21-yard line. Now the Seahawks call the 2nd of their 3 timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down.
A give up the middle to Gibson.
And this will be a gain of 6 when it's all said and done. Down to the 15 from the 21. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play.
2nd down and a run by Robinson.
And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. A 5-yard gain, and now they're set up 1st and goal.
Washington about to close this one out as they are down to a knee.
This drive's taken more than 3 minutes off the clock already as they come up on 2nd down.
Mike's 13, Mike's 13. He's coming, he's coming. Check in.
Down to a knee one more time, and that should just about do it.
60 Bison, 60 Bison.
Well, you really can't ask for much more than what we just had here. Not only a close game that went down to the wire, Charles, but a clean one, too. No turnovers in this contest.
And I think you're exactly right about that. To me, this is just a pair of offenses trying to find the slightest bit of separation from each other. And they were both hoping that the other side would make the big mistake first. But today, neither side made that mistake. And what we got, a very entertaining game throughout.
So for Washington,
they move a step closer to 500 as
today. From Nissan Stadium in Nashville, Tennessee, it's Week 5 of the NFL on EA Sports.
Let's go. 20. Let's go, Z. Let's go. Hey, let's get there. 24.
Throwing again is Tannehill.
This pass out wide to Hall. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line.
You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Second down at 6 now from the 42.
Tannehill.
There's Hall bringing in another one. And he's going to be taken down at about the 33.
Tannehill on first down. And here he's got Grant. And they move this all the way down to the 9. That one goes for 24 yards.
Well, I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion. Sometimes when you're trying not to give up bigger plays, you don't react as fast as you should on other throws.
First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game.
They'll run with Hall.
And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
Moved back to the 10. They'll try on second and goal here.
It's going to be a long day. 24 is the mic.
Now it's Tannehill. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Wilson. And it's a Titans touchdown. Cedric Wilson with his second touchdown of the game, 4th of the year.
And the Titans have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th.
Well, if you've got him in your fantasy league, you like his production, his second touchdown of the game. But right now, his team is trailing. Fortunately, he's playing pretty well and trying to keep them in it.
Yeah, they might need a little more from him here.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if they continue to call his number. Right now, he needs his defense to step up and give him a chance.
Here's Bullock now for the extra point. And the lead is trimmed down to 10. So a nice drive put together there. They go 75 yards in 9 plays. And it ends with a Tennessee score. Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown.
This fielded right at the goal line. And he won't quite make it to the 25. Colts taking the field again. Running back Jonathan Taylor at center stage.
He's toppled the century mark already receiving the football. Closing in on that on the ground, too. They've really had trouble handling him.
I think from what we've seen in this game, his success through the air has started to open things up for him on the ground, because now he's loosened up the defense, right? They've got to play just about every snap as if another receiver can get downfield on them, and he's been that receiver. Now they bring him back to the backfield. I think his yardage running the ball will increase as this one goes on.
Well, they might need to devote some extra attention to him, something just to stop the momentum he has.
2nd and 5.
Brady now to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. So that'll get them the first down as they get 9 yards out of that quick slant. Up the middle, here's Taylor. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
And this offense on 3rd down today, they've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. And caught by Henry. Call it a gain of a yard, and that'll bring up 4th down. Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez as he's on to punt for Indianapolis. Fair catch called for and made at the 16 or maybe the 17-yard line. It'll wind up just a 35-yard punt, no return, and it'll be Titan football.
Tennessee offense set to go again. Well, still a long way to go, but trending upward. They scored the last time out, you remember. Then their defense forced the punt. Now they try to inch closer, but still ultimately down 2 scores in the final quarter. Now Hall to start the drive.
And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
They suspected it was a power play up the middle coming at them, and boy, were they right. That defense got downhill in a hurry and limited them to just a couple on first down.
Throwing on 2nd and 8, Tannehill.
That pass taken in by Burks.
And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. 23 yards the pickup there.
All right, this is the time of the game where they're down a couple of scores, and they've really got to get some yards in chunks, and they know the defense doesn't want to give those up. They've got to find a way to take them anyway.
Now the question is, can they string a few of those together?
I'll tell you, far from ideal conditions to play in, but neither offense has had much trouble. Plenty of points to go around. 1st and 10. Tannehill's throw complete here to Waller. And they're going to get this up to midfield.
They'll fake it. Now Tannehill. Got a man. It's Darren Waller. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain.
You ask tight ends about their favorite routes to run, and surprisingly, this will pop up as one of their staples because they run so many routes in the middle of the field. How about this one? Starts downfield, bends it to the corner, great touch on the football, and they turn that one into a big play.
So a big play as it gets them all the way down to the 20 now for 1st and 10.
On 1st and 10, it's Hall.
And he'll get them inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Now Tannehill. And a quick throw here, that's complete.
And the Titans are going to have a 1st and goal as he'll be taken down at the 7-yard line.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a 1st down.
1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Oh, how about this on 1st and goal? And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Give him 3 on the gain there. 2nd and goal. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. 2nd and goal from inside the 5. Here's Tannehill. And this is caught now for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet. Okay, game on. Don't go anywhere yet. You got a 1-score game now. Probably going to rely on the onside kick coming up.
Yeah, they have to. It's not a high percentage play, but it's better than not having a chance at all. And that's when you put your leapers and your flyers on one side, get that high hop, and hope that one of the guys can come up with it.
And on the other side, get that hands team ready.
No doubt about it.
Still an important piece of business to take care of, the extra point. And the lead is down to a field goal now. So that drive in total 8 plays. And the result in the end, a Titans touchdown. Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown.
Bringing it out of his end zone, Isaiah Rodgers. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
Here comes the Colts offense now as they make their way onto the field.
Well, they can smell victory, partner. They can see it on the horizon, but certainly we're not done yet here. Defense still has 3 timeouts, and obviously this is a very slim lead they're holding on to.
And let's face it, the easiest way to get this done, challenge your ground game. Challenge your offensive line, your tight ends, your receivers, anyone who's going to lay down a block. Don't let there be penetration because they're going to stack the line of scrimmage and maybe bring extra people to the ball. If you can do that, make them burn their timeouts, run out the clock, life will be good. But if you really want to gamble a little bit, a quick play action, quick throw, might be able to get it done. Just make sure it's not incomplete and stop the clock.
Now Tennessee going to use the second of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. They go to the ground again with Taylor. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. Now the defense will burn their third and final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play.
Running straight ahead, Taylor.
And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50.
106 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
Check 3, check 3.
The Colts in victory formation now as they take the knee.
Double tight.
Brady will take a knee here, and that should just about do it.
Crush.
Well, somebody lit a fire under that offense during the break, Charles. Remember, they trailed in intermission. They come out, they have the big second half, and that lifts them to the victory.
And Brandon
Check, check. Hey, defense.
Fields to throw on 3rd and 1.
Eluding the... And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
And that's Grady Jarrett who forced his way through to register the sack. A CD, a little bit of feast or famine for him. He's had some success throwing the football, but also now he's been sacked 4 times.
Yeah, you just mentioned the 4 sacks, but you're right. He has managed to hang in there and make plays at times. His offensive line, they've got to figure it out and pick things up and give him more opportunities, and he has to help them by getting rid of the ball a little bit quicker as well.
Online, but off the crossbar, no good. A long-range effort denied 3 points at the very end. Atlanta now coming out on the field.
Well, they didn't fall behind any further thanks to that missed field goal, but still staring at this 4th quarter deficit.
Okay, ready?
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive.
Their defense was able to hold serve, albeit with a little help from that missed field goal as they settle in now 1st and 10.
Yeah, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. This run defense has been pretty stout all game long. Now you're here in the 4th quarter. Should rely more on the passing attack.
I don't think you have any choice, and I don't think you have to dress it up at all either. Throughout the first 3 quarters, you're still trying to convince the defense that you may run the football. That's out the window right now. Protect, let your quarterback operate, and try and find some targets in the open field downfield.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They've become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
They'll run with Patterson.
And it was the stiff arm there that freed him enough to get the first before he's tackled. Give him the 3rd down conversion, 5 yards on the play.
Yeah, they really needed to get something going, didn't they? They had punted on the last 2 possessions. The running game starting to come to the front for them, providing a nice pickup there to keep this drive going.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10.
No, no, no. Off.
They'll set up a throw. And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack.
Marcus Davenport. He's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9. He was still looking through his progressions and going through his receiver options, and while he was doing that, the defense got to him quickly in the pocket.
And it was a great example of zone coverage. Well executed, well coordinated. All the receivers were covered, and he couldn't evade the rush back in the pocket.
After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here.
Hey, check Mike 39. Check.
He'll drop to throw.
And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. This one caught by Ridley.
And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line.
So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. It'll be spotted on the right hash. A 52-yard attempt. And this is good. He got just enough to clear the crossbar as he drops it in from long distance. And this is back down to a 7-point game. All right. right, so they needed 2 scores to get back in the game. The field goal there, maybe not exactly what they wanted, but the necessary first step.
There's still time remaining, and there's enough time to get it done. They've got to get it the least a 3 and out here to get the ball back, preferably a takeaway.
So here are the Bears to take over on offense. They are trying to snap that 3-game losing streak, on top so far with the football here, 1st and 10.
45, 45. Come on, boy. Come on, boy. You better be ready.
They start the drive on the ground. Kamara. Oh, able to avoid him. And they're able to get this one across the 35.
154 yards rushing for him now, as he has been tremendous all day long. At carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front. Say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
Fields tapping it forward, jet sweep. Coming up on 2nd and 7.
Now they'll run the option to the short side left. And he spins through. Oh, what a move. A solid gain of 7 yards that time on the keeper and a first down. Trying to run down some clock with Kamara. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on the play there, 2nd down. That time they're able to bottle him up, but he's having a really nice game.
I agree with that. Let's just go big picture, right? Every back that's in the Hall of Fame had carries where they didn't gain yardage or they lost yardage, but you stick with them, don't you? When they're having a good game, keep feeding them.
Mike, 45.
Tighten up, tighten up.
And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down.
Throwing on 3rd down, Fields.
Forced out to his left.
And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40.
That is an absolute backbreaker. That was a design passing play, wasn't a draw. You think you got him stopped, good coverage downfield, and he's able to pick up the first with his legs. Defensively, that kicks into your psyche and hurts a little bit, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and here's the thing. Anytime you give up a first down, it hurts you psychologically, but it hurts more when they get it this way because you've covered everything. He didn't have any place to throw the football. He takes off running and picks it up anyway, and now you have to stay on the field for an extra set of downs.
And really could have used that stop trailing here in the 4th.
Fields going to keep it once more.
Oh, no, he lost the football. But the Bears look to get this one back, and indeed they did. So they'll keep possession. When that ball popped free, we could hear it all the way up here. Those guys down on the field alerting everyone of the fumble. He's lucky that his offensive mates picked him up and jumped on it.
Yeah, and you have to think to yourself, and I'm sure they've been echoing it on the sideline and into the huddle. Guys, we have the lead. Just take care of the football. Don't make it easier for them to start to make a comeback.
4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 2nd down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line. On 2nd down, Kamara. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. 3rd and 10. Expect a timeout right away if they can't stop them here.
Let's get off the field, D.
A man who's been busy this afternoon, it's Kamara again. The Falcons going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. And he's not going to get anywhere close to the marker as they'll stop him well short of the yellow line. And this one will not get there. It's off to the left anyway. It's no good, and this will remain a 1-touchdown game.
So now Ritter and the Falcons.
down 24-17. A little under a minute 50 remaining. Now the missed field goal gives them new life as they come up in a one-score game on 1st and 10. Things just got interesting. They try for the long field goal there to salt this one away. They don't get it. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Back to throw. And he will find Ridley. That's complete. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also 3rd down.
3rd down, here's Patterson.
And he will be brought down at about the 43 that time. Got to be careful here. They need to move quickly, but it's also 4th. Now a desperation throw deep downfield.
On a bad time late for a poor throw. It's intercepted. Picked off by Jalen Johnson. And the Bears have just about sewn up this football game.
CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Onto the field now come the Bears. And this one all over but the shouting, you might say. Now, there's one timeout remaining defensively, but probably no real need to use it here.
Yeah, the only time they would use it, strictly for pride.
Falcons going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game.
Not scared. Bobo's the Mike. Mike's Bobo.
And they take a knee. And that knee will do it. So they snap the losing streak. Always a good feeling.
Yeah, I don't know if this one right here, when they're taking a knee, is as much exultation as exhalation, right? They just breathe a sigh of relief. Finally got a win. Needed one desperately.
What a finish in this one, Charles. You know, this group, they come in, they have to fight a hostile atmosphere every snap. They get the late score, they get the victory, and that flight home, it's going to be a little sweeter after this one.
And Brandon, just like you, I was fired up for that last sequence. How about that? Wouldn't you have loved to have been in the huddle when they were mounting that game-winning drive? Big-time moment. No one shied away from it. They tuned out the crowd, kept their heads, and executed the way they needed to earn that win.
So for Chicago, they move a step closer to 500 as their record improves to 2-3. And they'll have another road date next week with the Los Angeles Rams. Meanwhile, for the Falcons, they drop below 5.
Today, from Bank of America Stadium in Charlotte, North Carolina.
Like 7. All day. 7's the mic. Hey, pick your
On second down and 4. Allen, quick slant. That's caught by the 5'11 Landry. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 47. Allen. And he'll go right back to Landry. It's complete again. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. So the completion good for just 3. And it'll be second down.
There we go, Mike. Mike 20. It's been a long day for you. Mike 20.
Here's Allen to throw it.
Check me out.
This is Montgomery with a grab over the middle.
And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line.
So they'll try to move the ball closer here on 3rd down. A field goal from this spot would be just inside of 60 yards, 59 to be exact.
Montgomery, another target and catch.
And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 20-yard line. Give them 22 there on the 3rd down conversion.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
Hey, let's get some penetration here. Let's get some penetration.
Operating from the red zone now. Allen.
There's Stephon Diggs for the catch on the slant. And the Bills are going to be set up with a 1st and goal here as the tackle made at the 9.
They'll run with Montgomery. And he'll work his way closer to the goal line as he's got 5 down to the 3. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal.
Cook.
And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. They get 3 yards closer, but still work to do. It's 3rd and goal.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
Four down.
Moss is in. Touchdown, Bills. Well, nothing fancy there, Charles. You had 3 tight ends on the field. They were going to run the football. The defense knew it, but the defense couldn't stop them.
And I haven't met an offensive line yet that doesn't get more satisfaction out of running the football into the end zone than pass protecting. They had determination on their side, and they got it done.
Bass on for the extra point.
And the lead is up to 5. That one in the books as a 12-play drive. And it culminates in a Bills touchdown.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And this will come out to the 25 as Jones elects for the touchback. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. We certainly have a good one on our hands. They're trailing after that last touchdown, but now a chance for this offense to try to snag that lead right back.
Full strength. 49, guys. 49.
Now ETN to start the drive. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
That was a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage and turn to the side.
Watch that in. Tight end right. Tight end right.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete.
On the move past the 40. Still going inside the 20.
Touchdown. A big play there. His 5th touchdown now on the year.
And the Panthers answer back with a touchdown of their own to take a 4th quarter lead. Well, Charles, kind of the future of this franchise on display right there. You had a rookie throwing it, a rookie catching it, and taking it into the end zone.
Could you imagine if we were in the owner's box right now and we could look at the front office and see the grins on their faces, to see the present making plays and knowing what the future will bring with these youngsters going out and making big-time moments happen for this team.
I think we can figure out why they went for 2 there, right? Up 1, you want to make it a field goal difference if at all possible. They didn't get it. Now they've got to put some defense down the stretch.
Yeah, not much margin for error now for your D. They just have to get it into range. The Carolina kick team is out there ready to go, and they kick this one away.
This one fielded at the 5. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. Back now on offense, the Buffalo Bills. And they will be looking to answer the touchdown their defense just surrendered. Still a good chunk of time remaining here in the 4th quarter and a chance to regain the lead in a tight one.
Here's Allen on 1st and 10. And he's got the hook up to Landry. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That's a good way to start the drive. 17 yards and a 1st down. That catch, by the way, kind of noteworthy. It's number 764 in his career. Ties him with Hall of Famer James Lofton.
And he's done it just as James Lofton did in his career. Smooth.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. To the air, Allen. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Montgomery. Call it a gain of 6 on the play. And it's 2nd down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Allen's throw is complete, and he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43.
So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 43. To throw, it's Allen. It's complete to Diggs.
And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line.
On 2nd down, Montgomery. And he gets it down to the 32. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down. Here's Allen. Over the middle. Oh, no, he lost the football. And it's picked up by the Panthers. And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line. Always costly to cough up that football. These defenders, they become so adept, though, at jarring it free.
Yeah, it's amazing that there aren't more fumbles caused because now, if you're an offensive player, you go through ball security drills every single day. It's really not out of line to think.
And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure. Now the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of the football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble.
So it's Bills football here as we get you reset.
The fumble on first down now. Here's second down.
From the gun, it's a give to Montgomery. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also third down.
He'll get this underneath to Montgomery. And he is going to have a Bills first down, and he'll have it by plenty as they're able to keep the drive alive on 3rd and inches.
And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play.
Here's Allen.
Caught on the slant. Touchdown, Bills. Dawson Knox from 8 yards out.
And the Bills have moved out in front here in the 4th quarter.
And touchdown, and congratulations, and 0 relaxation ahead of them, right? Way too much time on the clock for them to start celebrating.
Part 1 is done, but now on the sideline, you can already see them scrambling down there. They're getting those defensive guys ready.
Yes, you have to get those guys ready, and you also have to talk to your special teams guys. Make sure the kickoff is exactly what you want and cover it well.
Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete. Popular down near the goal line, quick slant. Nice job there to get in, knock it away.
It was. One of the other things you're concerned about when you throw that route is to make sure your offensive linemen use their leverage to get the hands of the defensive front down so you can throw it through that little bit of crowd and get it to the receiver. In this event, they did, but a nice play by the defender knocking it away.
No run back here for Jones, a touchback.
So now the Panthers down on the scoreboard. And time, a huge factor. Now their losing streak in danger of continuing as they come up on first down.
19 Tiger, 19 Tiger. 58, right over there, yeah.
They'll look to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39.
On a huge mistake late, it's intercepted. And the Bills are going to take possession of the football.
The rookie was trying to push it downfield, but the safety bit him.
And he'll learn that you have to hold the safety. And you do that with your head movement, your eyes, sometimes your shoulders. Hold the safety so that you can get back to the throw that you really want to make. He got so excited thinking his guy was open that he made it easy for the defensive back to go get the football.
Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here. And checking the timeouts, they do have 2 defensively, but no real need to use them as they're not going to be able to stop the clock after that. First down, here's the run with Montgomery. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. The Panthers going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in quarter number 4.
Back to Montgomery on second down.
And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And as the 2 teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. And they'll indeed take a knee. From back at the 4, here's 2nd and goal.
Double tight, guys, double tight. Hey, check Mike 33, check Mike 33. Hey, defense, let's go. Pick it up, D. Go.
Allen down to a knee, and that should just about do it.
What a finish in this one, Charles. You know, this group, they come in, they have to fight a hostile atmosphere every snap. They get the late score, they get the victory, and that flight home, it's going to be a little sweeter after this one.
And Brandon, just like you, I was fired up for that last sequence. How about that? Wouldn't you have loved to have been in the huddle when they were mounting that game-winning drive? Big-time moment. No one shied away from it. They tuned out the crowd, kept their heads, and executed the way they needed to earn that win.
So for Buffalo, they move back over 500 at 3-2 now on the year. And they'll get another road date next week as their opponents will be the New York Jets. Meanwhile, for the Panthers, things aren't looking good. It'll be an 0-5 start. And they'll try to turn it around next week as they head to Atlanta for a matchup with the Falcons. So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. Till next time, we say so long from Charlotte.
Today, from NRG Stadium in Houston, Texas, it's Week 5 of the NFL on EA Sports.
Watch 15. Watch 15. Back 15. Check, 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 check. Check, check, check.
Right, fellas, right. Let's go. Hey.
Now a first down carry for Harris. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. To throw in his lock.
Throw right side, taken in by Collins.
And he is out of bounds, getting it down to the 10. That'll put him right at 99 yards receiving now as he's got a first down. Locke working out of the gun. Finds his tight end Ingram. He'll get only 2 there, and it's 2nd and goal. Now Locke. And got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Houston. Damian Harris, his 3rd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year.
And the Texans are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this 4th quarter lead. I'm not sure what other ground there is to cover here. I mean, this offense has been amazing. Just total domination, Charles.
They've clicked so well, and if you really focus in on the offensive line, they've protected well when they've wanted to throw the ball. They've moved people off the line of scrimmage when they've wanted to run it. Smiles all the way around. This offense has been really good in this one.
Extra point right down the middle. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. Out is the Texans kick team as they'll send this one away. This will be fielded inside the 5. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. And Baltimore's offense set for this next possession. Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
Hawk 70. You got nothing.
2nd and 1. High throw, but he makes the catch. 5th catch of the afternoon, and that gives him a 1st down. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of, until they stop him, why not go back to him? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. They'll set up to throw.
That one thrown away from the pocket. The officials kind of looking at each other, but they'll say there was a receiver in the area, so no penalty, just an incomplete pass. Over the middle, hauled in by Lamb.
And he's going to be taken down with another 1st down as the stop's made at the Texans' 43. Again, he'll drop to throw. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he'll go out of bounds right around the 40. They'll look to throw again.
He'll get this to Devin Singletary out of the backfield.
And he's going to be taken down with another 1st down as the stop's made at the Texans' 29-yard line. Back to throw again.
Tunyon's got it on the out route. And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line.
Nice rhythm throw there on 1st down. He located his tight end, made it a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw.
And he's going to be brought down at about the 16. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he'll take this one down near the 15. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Back to throw here. And this is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore. A great play there. His 1st touchdown on the year. And the Ravens get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this 4th quarter deficit. So still throwing here in the 4th quarter with a pretty sizable lead, and now that lead even more sizable
And if nothing else here, CD, a chance to pile on. And we remember, of course, all scoring plays need to be verified upstairs. And I think they're going to at least take a look at this. They're taking a peek at whether or not those feet were in bounds, and obviously a big call here in the end zone.
And not just the feet. How about the hands? How's the ball possessed while the feet are hopefully getting down in bounds? That's what they're trying to look at to see if it all comes together.
So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point. And that will cut this lead down to 25. So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive. And it's capped off with a Ravens touchdown. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. And now out comes Houston.
Well, they don't really need the points here, Charles, given what we're looking at on the scoreboard, but they've scored on 3 consecutive possessions, 3 consecutive drives, and I'm sure that they would like to keep that streak going here and continuing to pour it on.
And things have gotten that way in the NFL, haven't they, partner? Because in the old days, people would, they'd get off the gas a little bit, right? But now, people continue to accelerate. But we'll see what they decide to do as they come out for this one. But the way that this game has gone, they've got to be awfully happy with their execution overall.
Check Mike 45. Check Mike 45. Wild Bill. Wild Bill.
Again, it's Harris on second down.
And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40.
48 yards rushing on 12 carries for him now.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair.
Let's go, boys. Bring it up.
So it's Texans football as we welcome you back. And they have just about put this one on ice as they've got it here, 1st and 10. They run again with Harris. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3.
45, 45, 45, 45. Don't get nervous.
Harris running straight ahead. And a solid run here as he'll pick his way down to the 42-yard line.
A pickup of 11 and a Texans first down.
They were not fooling around at all, were they? 2nd and short, and they brought out the heavy package. Almost felt like the super heavy package against that defense, didn't it?
Yeah, I don't think they expected that much beef up front, and it turned into an easy first down conversion.
Right, let's go. Hey, Mike's 15, Mike's 15. I'm going to come back to you. I'm going to come back to you.
An option handoff given to Harris.
And he'll bring this one inside the 35.
The offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted.
Double tie. 3 down, 3 down. Hey, check. 3 down, 3 down.
They hand this off to Harris. And some good tackling there as he stopped up at about the 41.
Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This offense, they certainly were there in this one, huh? Everything clicking for them in this contest, the kind of performance that they're going to cherish.
So for the Texans, they move back over 500 at 3-2 now on the year. And they'll get to stay home again next week as the Tennessee Titans come to town. Meanwhile, for the Ravens, they drop below 500 to 2-3 with a loss. And they'll try to get back on the beam next week as they'll head to Cleveland to take on the Browns. That'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our hardworking crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, find us on Twitter at EA Madden NFL. It's a win for the Texans as we say so long from Houston.
Today.
From Acrisure.
Here we go. 10 black. Watch 16, watch 16. Single, 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 single. Hut, go. Hut.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete.
And he is going to have a Browns first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
But you can absolutely feel the thought process there. They just gave up the touchdown. So in the huddle, they're telling each other, you don't want to give it back now on a 3-and-out. Nice job of making sure that they wouldn't, and they pick up the first down.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
We got three, fellas, we got three.
Running straight ahead is Jacobs. And he'll muscle his way up to the 43 for a pickup of right around 5. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Once again, it's Jacobs. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. 2 first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Going on the ground with Jacobs. And he'll get this one across midfield and down into Steeler territory.
It was T.J. Edwards who brought him down. 5 yards remain on 2nd down.
Jacobs going to try the middle. He'll get only a couple down to the 44. The 8th play of the drive coming up. It's 3rd and 3. Trying to run for it with Jacobs. And he appears to be about 2 feet short on 3rd and 3. Leaves him with a 4th and 1. This late in the game, Charles, I think you maybe seriously have to think about going for it.
Especially where they are in terms of field position, because this is almost like no man's land. Might hurt your punter because there might not be enough space, maybe too far for your field goal kicker. I'm like the old rule. Possession is 9/10 of the law. Possession is 9/10 of winning the game. Go for it. Get the first down. Close it out.
And that is no good. Oh, he missed it just wide of the upright, and the lead will hold at 3 touchdowns. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field.
And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the fourth quarter. This would be their 3rd straight defeat.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line.
This offense so far on 3rd down, it's been a problem. Just 1 for 7 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation.
That's complete to his tight end, Freiermuth.
And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. So much for the run on 3rd and 1. Instead, it's a big chunk in the pass game. First down. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
They go back to Elliott. He's been busy. And he's only going to get a yard from the 20 to the 19. It's a 4-yard pickup there, and it leaves them with 3rd and 5.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks.
And they'll give him another shot here on the ground.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
And it looks like this will be the last play before the 2-minute warning. Desperation time. Watson on 4th down. He's going to have his running back. It's complete. And down inside the 10 here before he's out of bounds right around the 7. Back to throw. Watson.
Open man is Johnson. Touchdown Steelers.
Deontay Johnson, his first touchdown on the year.
And the Steelers have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th.
And all about timing there on that short slant, Charles.
Exactly right. That was timed up so well. The route, the throw, touchdown.
Extra point now by Boswell. And the lead will be cut down to 14. So that drive goes 8 plays.
And in the end, it was Deontay Johnson's touchdown catch to cap the drive.
And the Browns are able to cover this one up. The risk reward of the onside kick. When you don't get it, the risk comes out to play, and here they gave up great field position.
And that's the key to everything, because you're trying your best to press advantages when you have them, and field position leads you to that type of play calling. And whether you want to blitz or whether you want to throw the ball deep, those types of things, now that they've given up that type of field position, the advantage is switched to their opponent.
Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10.
And a good job of finding the open space to run as he's down close to the 30 here.
So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And the scoreboard on their side, they're just looking to melt away these final couple of minutes and put this one in the left-hand column. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining. So they come up on 2nd down. If they can get another run like we just saw, would likely put an end to this thing. They'll stay on the ground with Jacobs, and he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. The Steelers signal for the second of their timeouts, and they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. Now a give to Jacobs running right. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Josh Jacobs with his 6th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Browns look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter. And he certainly played a pivotal role with those 2 TDs and why they're up on the scoreboard right now.
Well, someone's all about winning, aren't they? Because he's not worried about the number. Sure, it's great to have 2 touchdowns. The bottom line is what he's doing is contributing to their lead. He wants to continue to do so.
Extra point by York is up and good.
And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away.
And it'll come out to the 25. Austin not going to try and return it.
And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field.
Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, that's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out-personnel. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Watson, he's going to let it fly. A fight for it, and this is caught. What a catch. Now they got to get to the line quickly. Watson on 1st down. Throwing left sideline complete. It's Austin. And out of bounds all the way down at the 3. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
Well, those are the types of plays they probably wish they had made more of in the first 3 quarters. And this deficit going to be tough to overcome here in the 4th. But a nice 1st down and a pickup on that throw.
Yeah, and this is where, as coaches, you're looking for effort and execution, even though the scoreboard is going against you. You want to find out who's going to fight, who's going to scrap, who's going to keep their heads up and continue to play.
And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down. 2nd down and goal. Watson. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up 3rd down. Now Watson on 3rd and goal. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. They will indeed snap it to Watson. And this is going to be intercepted.
Picked off by Greg Newsome. And the Browns are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. Well, field goals probably aren't going to cut it at this point. This was touchdown or bust, and unfortunately for them, it turned out to be bust.
Yeah, they're feeling like they've got to force the issue here. Maybe take some chances they wouldn't have earlier in the game. But give credit to this defense. They've really stood tall throughout, and they come up with the interception in the end zone.
Ready, go.
The Browns in victory formation now as they take the knee.
Down. Blue, 32.
So Cleveland able to come away with the victory here, and maybe more importantly, a victory in the division, which always helps.
And on the road. How about all of that rolled up into one? Because how often do you see division games get decided by this much of a margin?
Yeah, they thumped them.
Yeah, they jumped all over them. And a division game is usually a touchdown or less because these two teams know each other better than most teams in the league. In this case, that didn't hold up. On the road, big margin, big victory. Oh, yeah, that flight home will be good.
Today, from State Farm Stadium in Glendale, Arizona, it's Week 5 of the NFL.
On the set. Go 25 to Mike. It's going to be a long day. It's going to be a long day.
And Lance now to throw.
And he'll just get rid of it. Another shot from the 9 on 2nd and goal.
Again, it's Lance.
And he's taken to the ground, but he was pulled down by the face mask. Here come the flags. And I believe this is going to be a first down.
Well, certainly those are the types of mistakes they're trying to avoid as they attempt to protect this lead late in the game.
And let's face it, they're hoping that this one doesn't cost them in a significant way. Yeah, one guy committed a penalty, but now the entire defense has to pay the price and try and rise up and overcome it.
Lance looking to throw it.
Touchdown 49ers. Ray McLeod, his 2nd touchdown on the season.
And the 49ers have taken a 4th quarter lead. Now, this has definitely been a back-and-forth affair, and now they have the lead here in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, and they gave up the field goal on that last drive, as we remember, but it felt like their offense told them, don't worry about it. We got your backs. We'll come back with a touchdown of our own, and they did.
Extra point attempt here still to come. And that will make this a 4-point game. A 10-play drive that time. And the end result for the 49ers, a touchdown. And Murray now, after the touchdown, he'll send this one away.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And out a little across the 25 to the 27.
And the Cardinals getting set to trot out there now. And the points, they have come fast and furious in this quarter.
You really don't want to be on the defensive side of the ball right now, do you? Because you're either thinking, my replacement may get an opportunity.
Your head better be on a swivel.
Totally. Or maybe I just need to get out of the game for a while because I just can't slow these guys down. They've got to figure out a way to disrupt these offenses. And typically, one guy makes a big play, and that can help change things.
They'll be looking for disruption on both sides right now.
That's a pretty play there coming out of the backfield, but as that back, you've got to be conscious of making sure you're securing the football. When you get out in open field, sometimes you get a little loose with it as you're trying to get up ahead of steam. Make sure you keep it close to your body because those defenders are trying to punch it free. He does a nice job there protecting the ball and picking up a first down.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Shotgun now from Murray. Over the middle here to Brown.
And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
On 1st and 10, it's Robinson.
And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
There's no question that coming into this game, this defense was pretty vocal about its desire to take this running back out of his game. And all that pregame wolfing has turned into results.
After the loss, they'll come up 2nd and 13.
43's the mic. 43's the mic.
Murray now to throw.
A quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Murray going to throw. Throw left side complete. That's Connor. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. He did his best to just get 4 out of that, but not enough. And now 4th down. Here comes the Cardinals punter now. He's been terrific so far. And this will carry out of bounds. Where are they going to spot it now? But about the 18-yard line, it looks like. The 49er offense now making their way out onto the field. They have the lead, obviously, late in the game. I guess the good news for them is if for some reason they would make a mistake, a field goal does the opposition no good.
Everyone loves to have a little bit of a cushion, and that helps you immeasurably. But the bottom line is, do all the things that you're taught in order to close out the game. Don't even let that become an issue.
Yeah, but still a one-possession game. This one not fully over yet.
On play action, Lance.
And they're able to get this one across the 35.
Excellent work there by Lance as he scrambles for the first down.
Well, there you go. Save your best scramble of the day for a big-time situation in the 4th quarter, picking up the first.
You don't want to use it up early, right? You want to make sure you save it for that exact moment, that key time. And that's what he did, although you and I both know it wasn't planned that way. But what a nice job using his eyes, scanning the field, and realizing when it was time to exit the pocket and go.
Lance with a tap forward on the jet sweep.
And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
That's a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on it before he could get much out of it.
From the 41, Lance. Over the middle, the catch made by Mitchell. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
Now Lance. And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete.
Nice progress down the field was halted by that incompletion. They could try for some safe yards here to get things moving again, or keep throwing it and pushing it downfield to try and pick up bigger yardage.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
On 2nd down, here's Mitchell.
Strip that ball.
So a decent gain there on the play, but that all gets wiped out with a penalty.
Well, that's a setback, but all the good play callers, they just move on. They find something else in the playbook that can attack this defense, and they go right back on the offensive on this play.
And this turns into a nice gain with a slide at the end. The battle in the trenches never more important than right now. This is 3rd and inches.
They'll try and pick it up with Mitchell.
And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. How about this offensive line? They're really starting to establish themselves, take over this game.
And before the series began, I know exactly what was said in the defensive huddle. Guys, we got to get no less than a 3 and out. Let's get off the field. Instead, they can't find any traction towards doing that. Right now, they're just getting muscled all over the field and getting pushed down it.
Ready. 52 blue. I got you, son. Ready, go. You're all mine, baby. Get this. You're all ready, go.
On first down, they go back to Mitchell.
Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. We've got a 1-score game with inside of 2 minutes remaining.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. Now, this is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here.
On 3rd down, here's Mitchell. And he's able to work his way down inside the red zone to the 19-yard line.
First down marker at the 31. It's 3rd down.
Lance back to throw.
And they'll get him down at about the 37, well short of the 1st. Now the Cards going to call another timeout, their 2nd, as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And this won't get there, won't be online either. It's no good, off to the right, and this will stay a 4-point game. Kyler Murray now in the Cardinal offense. Down 28-24, 1:40 remaining. A 4th straight defeat looming on the horizon, barring a comeback here as they've got it with a first down. Now, this was still going to be a 1-score game either way, but still, that's a potentially harmful miss here in the 4th.
It certainly is, because if you consider that now if they give up a touchdown, they give up the lead. So he might be getting the side eye by the defenders coming out on the field now as he goes back to the bench after that miss.
Only able to gain a couple there. And now 3rd down and 6 to go.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains.
To throw is Murray. And this is caught. He hits more.
And he is going to have a Cardinals first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Caught left side, Hopkins. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. First down now, but that clock rolling. Now Murray. And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete.
That's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle so they're ready if a tackle happens inbounds.
Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. Back to throw. Murray.
He'll get this to Connor underneath. going to get this down inside the 20.
Murray to throw. Being chased out left. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. Nowhere to go downfield, but he's able to get out of bounds and stop the clock here with a first down. That one checks all the boxes, doesn't it? You get the first down, check. Get out of bounds, stop the clock, check.
Well, how about one last check? Keep your quarterback from getting hit. That's a big check.
Yeah, check there as well. Good call.
I'm coming for you. You mine.
Back to throw.
What's the curl? What's the curl? What's the curl?
And he's got it. It's caught for a touchdown. And they have taken the lead here in the final seconds.
Charles, that drive was perfect. Methodical, executed so well, and they grabbed that lead with almost no time left for a last gasp from the other side.
No way you could have drawn up a better final drive, because not only did they keep their eyes on the end zone, but they made sure they bled the clock out as well and denied their opponent a chance to respond. That's just terrific situational football to end this one.
Point after, right down the middle. And it would appear, barring some late heroics, they're going to get out of here with a come-from-behind victory. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
This one fielded at the 5. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway.
And the way their last drive ended, boy, it was frustrating. They had a pretty good drive going. It was sustained, and then it stalled out, Charles, and they missed the field goal and got nothing out of it.
Is that insult to injury? Because they had such a sustained drive, as you noted. So you know, for the head coach, it almost felt like a little bit of failure to send out the field goal unit and then to not even see the ball go through the posts. What a bummer on that last drive for them. Got to pick themselves up from that one.
And a fun, close ball game comes to an end. On that last play, Charles, they were on the wrong side of midfield. They needed something near a miracle, and they couldn't get it done.
Yeah, the effort, that was good. Very good, in fact. They were just a little too far out to get a decent look at the end zone for that last opportunity. Couldn't get it done, but a nice game overall.
So for the Cardinals, they move a step closer to 500 as their record improves to 2-3.
And they'll get to stay home again next week as Washington comes to town.
Meanwhile, for San Francisco, they drop below 500 to 2-3 with a loss. And they'll try to turn things around next week as they have a matchup in New Orleans against the Saints. So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here
day. From Empower Field at Mile High in Denver, it's Week 5 of the NFL on EA Sports.
The Broncos kickoff unit out there to kick this one away.
This one taken just inside the 10.
A lane opens here. He's past the 30.
And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. Detroit's offense ready to take over. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this fourth quarter.
Let's pick it up. It's our time, guys. Our time. Let's get off.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. He finds his target. It's Schultz. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus, and indeed, he gets enough for the first down.
On first down, he'll drop to throw.
And he'll look underneath here for Edwards-Helaire. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
2nd and 2.
Hey, pick it up, defense. Let's go.
Finding Edwards-Helaire once again.
And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos 36. Give them 10 yards on that one, and that'll earn them a fresh set of downs.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
And a quick throw here, that's complete. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and it's 2nd down. They'll set up a throw. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Schultz.
And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. Oh, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. They've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw.
He's got this complete to Williams. And he is going to have the Lions first down as they manage to convert. And that'll keep the drive alive.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down.
DJ Jones in there to bury him for a loss of 11.
You can almost see all the defenders rubbing their hands together with glee because we all know they relish the chance to bring down a quarterback of his caliber. Anyone who brings him down has plenty to talk about. Not just a sack, but a big win built off the efforts of this defense.
Now they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. He'll drop to throw. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here. The Lions on third down. Just a 20% success rate at 2 of 10. This will be third and forever. And the Broncos get there and take him down. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack.
Guys with his talent in the pocket aren't supposed to be getting hit like this, and you know an intense conversation with the offensive line is going to occur after this one. Might not be from him, but the offensive line coach will have plenty to say about this game.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. He's airing it out for Williams.
Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. And the Broncos are going to take possession of the football.
He's had it again, Charles. He had the pick six last week. Not a pick six here, but an interception.
It's another Oski, because that's the word we use when we intercept a pass. Oski tells your team to rally around and block for you. Well, that worked really well last week because he made it all the way to the end zone. This week he got the Oski, maybe not a touchdown, but boy, he's playing really well.
The Broncos and Cortland Sutton heading back out there.
And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this, but it's usually not by himself, is it? Right. Usually it opens it up for other people to have big games as well.
They go back to Pollard on second down. And that one opened up for him well as he'll take this down to the 26-yard line. 73 yards on the ground here for Pollard. This is a first down.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
They'll go with Pollard here on first down. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down. And this will probably be the final play before the 2-minute warning. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Bronco football as we get your reset here. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. For the Lions, an extra DB in the game now here on third down. Wilson. He's got a man. It's Sutton. That's complete.
And the Broncos are going to have first and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on third down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on first and goal.
Check five, check five. Watch it, 5. We ain't giving up nothing today.
Pollard going to try the right side. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Denver.
Tony Pollard with his 4th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Broncos are about to make it 4 straight as they add to this fourth quarter advantage.
And to me, that touchdown allows you to start grinning widely on your sideline. I think they pretty much locked this one away.
Yeah, that's the clincher, the proverbial icing on the cake, if you will. Now for the point after. And that'll push the lead up to 29 now. So the drive there took 6 plays, and it results in a 4-yard touchdown run. The Broncos kickoff unit out there to kick this one away.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
And Detroit getting set to go now.
Their mini 2-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat.
Try to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And he fends him off. And that'll be caught by St. Brown. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they get it with 16 seconds remaining on the clock.
2nd down and 3.
Let's see what you got. SOS.
Looking to throw.
SOS.
Buying time to his left. And eventually taken down here. Great coverage downfield. And what are the whistles for? Timeout. So they'll stop the clock here in a game that's been decided in the closing seconds.
Check, 47. I got you, son. Go.
Back to throw. And this one is incomplete.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
Here comes the Lions punter now as he's on here to punt it away. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. This is fielded at the 27.
Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This offense, they certainly were there in this one, huh? Everything clicking for them in this contest, the kind of performance that they're going to cherish.
So for the Broncos, they boost their record up to a strong 4-1. And they'll get another home date next week as the Raiders will come to town. Meanwhile, for the Lions, they drop below 500 to 2-3 with a loss. And they'll get a home date next week against the Kansas City Chiefs. So that'll do it for my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. The Broncos are winners as we say so long from On third down, Stark. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. They'll get 11, but still a little short. Fourth down. All right, I got to ask you, with these RPOs, essentially the quarterback has three options, right? So what's different from that versus the triple option that we see the service academies run at the college level?
As a general rule, the triple option at the college level, most things are called outside of the quarterback faking it to the runner and then keeping it himself and maybe having a trail back. What I mean is, in the NFL, that option to throw the football all comes about organically. It's a natural deal based on reads. In college, if you're going to throw the football off a triple option, you've actually called that play.
A 40-yard punt, 1 yard on the return, and it'll be Giant football, 1st and 10. The New York set to take the field. And just looking ahead, it would appear that that bye week is coming at the right time. They'll have 2 weeks to chew on this one, though probably not one that they want to chew on. A poor performance from start to finish. Now this pass into the hands of Saquon Barkley. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave him with a second and just a few inches left. Bridgewater over the middle, and it's incomplete. The offense on third down tonight, they're hitting at just 30%, 3 for 10. They're looking at third and a few inches. From the gun, Bridgewater. Johnson with a completion over the middle. And he will have a Giants first down, and he'll have it by plenty as they're able to keep the drive alive on 3rd and inches.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and put the down marker back to 1.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Bridgewater now from the 50. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. And again, it's Bridgewater. Johnson's got it complete.
And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line.
Completion was given up, but that's why you play zone defense, so that you can have people around the ball when it's caught, and you don't give up much run after the catch.
The Eagles call on the extra defensive back here as they prepare for a stop on 3rd down. Throwing is Bridgewater.
Man open, it's Tony. He's got it.
And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 26. He goes for 18 there as the drive will continue.
Quarterbacks love slant routes because the receivers are breaking right into their line of vision, and receivers love them as well because they're getting the ball on the move and able to catch it and try and get upfield and gain additional yardage.
Bridgewater on first down. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. On 2nd down, here's Barkley. And he'll lose yardage here. Going down back at the 28. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
I think this offense, specifically this running game, they're going to have to find a way to turn the page because they haven't found a way to run it effectively thus far, and it's cost them.
Ninth play of the drive coming up, and certainly not an easy one on 3rd and long. Now Bridgewater. He went backwards 5 yards there on 3rd down to bring up 4th. Out of the gun, Bridgewater going up top. And that is caught. He's got it for a giant touchdown.
Daniel Bellinger,
his first touchdown on the year.
And the Giants have got it back to a 2-score game here in the fourth. All right, so this one not quite over yet. Back to a 2-score game, CD.
Yeah, and you've still got 4+ minutes to go, so when you think about comebacks, it's happened before. Now, it hasn't happened often, but you've got to think to yourself, let's be the next great comeback story and play this one out.
Gano now to add the extra point. And that one makes this an 11-point deficit now. So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive.
And it was finished off with a touchdown by Daniel Bellinger. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. So here are the Eagles to take over. They've won 2 straight, and they lead this one as well as they come up on 1st and 10.
Here we go. 33, yellow.
Hey, here we go. Watch the pass. Watch the pass.
Ready.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he'll get about 6 up to the 27-yard line. The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4.
Defense wins championships, baby. 40 is mine.
They'll set up to throw.
Watch the screen. Watch the screen.
And he can't get away from the pressure. The Giants get there.
Quincy Roche.
What a play by him. That's going to go as a loss of 13.
The lessons will continue, but this rookie, he's got to learn how to read situations just a little bit better. That far behind the line, he's got to find a way to get rid of the football and not take the sack, whether it's with his legs or just throwing it away.
Ready, set.
5 in the secondary now for the Giants here on 3rd.
I'm coming for you, son.
They'll drop to throw. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And this will not get close to the first down marker as he's brought down at the 26. It'll be a gain of 12, but it will also lead to 4th down.
The passing game continues to be their friend. Even with a stable lead here in the 4th, Charles, they're going back to that well.
Yeah, with their overall philosophy, you know that they trust their quarterback. He's been able to throw it well. They continue to throw these safe passes. Who can blame them?
Wisnowski on to punt as he sends this one away.
It's a 41-yard punt, but just a net of 31 following the run back.
And they will take over 1st and 10.
And New York set to take the field.
Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news. But this is still a 2-score game, and they need points on this drive and in a relatively quick manner.
We got a seal. They're not ready for this, man.
A first down throw for Bridgewater. To Shepard, complete over the middle.
And they're going to get this up to midfield.
Good start there on this 4th quarter drive. They need more of what we just saw.
Down a couple of scores. There's still time, all right? It's not like, they're totally out of it, but they have to score quickly, and they're going to need some big-time plays, chunk plays, explosive plays. They need yardage on each snap.
Let them know.
Steps away to his left. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Hey, we got 3 down.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Flush to his right.
And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line.
Single.
3rd and short yardage, Bridgewater.
And he's going to be taken down at about the 33.
Let's go.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports.
Come on, fellas.
So it's Giants football here as we welcome you back. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Throwing, Bridgewater.
Over the middle, that's hauled in by Tony. And he's going to get this down near the 25.
Clock rolling as the Giants will hurry to the line. And this is intercepted, and that should do it.
And the Eagles are going to get it back here just past the 35. Well, we knew this was going to be a tall order anyway, down 2 scores with this little time remaining, but that interception puts an end to any hopes that they had.
All right, partner, work with me here because obviously scoring a touchdown, getting the onside kick, then going down, scoring again, well, that's asking a lot, isn't it? And that's really not a great expectation to begin with. I think they'll look back on this game and see what got them in this spot in the first place and say to themselves, we really gave this game away.
They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. And he's got some space here. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done.
Well, that one hurts. That wipes away what would have been a big play.
Well, you and I both know coaches aren't real big on silver linings, but at least that play call was a successful one. Now the focus offensively, that goes to overcoming the penalty and making all that yardage back again.
The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as it comes with 1:25 left to go in the contest. Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. And he's going to get this past the 50 and into Giant territory. Now a second timeout called for by the defense as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. On 2nd down now, Stark.
And a pretty good burst right there as he'll take this down to the 33. And that's on the guard, Cody Ford.
On 2nd down, Stark. And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. They'll go to the air here on 3rd and 2.
And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line.
Did you see that route the way that I did? I thought he was trying to get deep.
Yeah, that wasn't the first option.
No, it came off of that guy, the deep guy, and came underneath on the drag, completed it very well.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Hey, I'm coming. Sponge. Ready.
The Eagles in the victory formation as they take a knee.
Ready. Check 25.
So it's a victory here for the Philadelphia Eagles. And we talk so much about the turnover battle, determining who wins, who loses. This game, no exception. Air-free football, no turnovers at all, and they win it.
So this is one you don't have to convince your team that what you're saying is accurate. And you know what I'm talking about. Head coach always stands up in front of the team and says, guys, if we do this, this, and this, we'll win. And usually they say if we win the turnover battle, we'll win. Well, here's the proof right there. Win the turnover battle, go on to victory. Now the guys believe. You move on to the next lesson where you have to convince them. This one is now planted.
So for the Eagles, they boost their record up to a strong 4-1. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for the Giants, they'll fall to 1-4 with a loss. And perhaps fortunately for them, they'll get an early bye next week and come back to action in Week 7. So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. The Eagles are winners here as we say so long from Philadelphia.
today. From Allegiant Stadium in Los
So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. This to get the lead up to 4. And he'll try and throw here on the fake. Now a throw caught by one of their linemen. 4th down, no problem. Just a ho-hum pickup of 14 to keep the offense on the field. On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Now here's a little touch pass as they tap it quickly to their receiver. And he's able to get this inside the 10 now to the 9.
And a lot of times these plays, they either go for nothing or they go for big yardage. And here, they got to the outside, turned it upfield, and ended up getting a nice little gain out of it.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. It's a loss of 10 on the sack, and it leads to 4th.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This to get the lead up to 4. And his kick is good. And the lead grows to 4. It's 13-9. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. The Vegas offense ready for their next possession.
And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you've met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
From the 29, Hurts. Looking for the out route here, and it's completed to Kirk.
They follow up the gain of 2 with a gain of 1 that time.
Timing is everything, and they work on this cut all the time. They work on all the timing patterns, and this time it paid off for them. Worked him to the center of the field, cut it to the outside, ball's delivered, gets both feet down for the completion.
The Raiders on 3rd down. They've converted just twice and have had plenty of opportunities. This is 3rd and 7. And he's going to get this to the 31, but that is still well short of what he needed. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave him with a 4th down.
Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
Here's A.J. Cole now as they're forced to kick for the 6th time today. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return, and it'll be Dolphin football.
Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. Their defense got the stop, forced the punt, and now you really start to monitor the clock as they nurse this slim lead.
They start on the ground here at Sanders. And there just continues to be nowhere to run. He's bottled up again at the line of scrimmage.
So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit.
Running right, here's Sanders. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down. Seems pretty obvious defensively a key was stopping the run game. How have they done it so successfully?
To me, it seems that these guys really did a nice job of paying attention during the scouting report meeting. And you know, Brandon, when they do those, they talk about the top plays that these guys like to run. The best runs for the top running back, those are the ones you focus on and want to take away. And they've done that pretty successfully in this game.
They're going to look to throw. A beautiful fake. A big gain there after going backwards, and that'll lead to a third down. They'll try and run for it with Sanders.
Now we get a stoppage because a member of the Raiders shaken up on that one. We'll take a break and get a report from Vegas after this.
The Dolphins will send out the punter now as he's on to kick it away. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt.
And it'll be Raiders football, 1st and 10. Here's Las Vegas ready to take the field. Their defense accomplished step one of the mission. They forced the punt. Now they'll look to erase that deficit and take a fourth-quarter lead.
They'll start the drive with a give to White. And he'll push his way forward to about the 32. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts.
And completes it to Kirk over the middle. These two have hooked up 9 times now this afternoon as they pick up the first.
They kept the receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
On 1st and 10, it's Hurts.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
Jalen Phillips, the former first-rounder, getting in there for the sack.
And on that one, the protection just broke down.
You've got to have that leverage, don't you? We always talk about low man wins in the running game for an offensive lineman versus a defensive lineman. It's essentially the same thing in pass protection. Get lower than that defensive lineman so that you can keep your balance and keep him away from your guy trying to throw the football.
Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. Now a throw here to his running back, and he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. And that's good for a gain of 6, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11.
Backed up here, tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first. Throwing is Hurts.
And able to find Kirk complete. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes. And we've got a 1-score game. That one goes for 29 yards on 3rd down. So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 32-yard line. Now he dumps this off over the... Oh, no, he lost the football. And this is picked up by the Dolphins. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, that simply is a missed opportunity. They're in position. If they take the ball downfield and score, they've got a chance to win the game. Instead, they cough it up. I don't think next week in practice is going to be a whole lot of fun for him.
On the other side, no bigger time to...
And I believe the referee's been buzzed. Yeah, they want to take another look at this call, and it's certainly a big one here late in a tight game. Now the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of the football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble.
Now a dump off here complete.
And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here.
Escaping the pressure right. And a quick shuffle pass here is complete.
And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line.
They'll look to throw. And he'll be brought down shy of the first down marker at the 11.
Hurts trying to hurry up the offense.
Now they go for it on fourth, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Dolphins' defense is able to hold. And they've now made 2 trips to the red zone and still looking for their first touchdown.
Not able to punch it in, and if you're on defense, your confidence is sky high. Because mentally, you're saying, hey, you're in the red zone. We're thinking we're giving up 3. We just want to give up 6. In this case, they end up not giving up the touchdown at all. They've got to feel great about what they got done.
It'll be Sanders to begin the drive.
He works his way forward to pick up 4 yards there. Second down.
The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds remaining. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
They run with Sanders off the option.
And he'll take this up only to about his 18-yard line. Now a second timeout called for by the defense. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play.
We got 3, fellas, we got 3.
On third down, they'll run it with Sanders. And he won't get close. Only a yard, 4th and 3. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And as the 2 teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. And now a fair catch called for and taken just outside the 40-yard line. 37 yards on the punt with no return. And control of the football switching hands here with very little time remaining in this contest. So now London down 13-9, 20 seconds to go. Now their losing streak in danger of continuing as they come up on first down. Now a desperation throw deep downfield.
And oh, that one nearly intercepted. That would have sealed it. Instead, it'll be second down.
He's back to throw. He's going to let it fly.
Oh, he forces one there. It's a potential dagger as it's intercepted. Picked off by Noah Igbenogany. And the Dolphins have just about sewn up this football game.
When you talk about making winning plays, that is a winning play at this stage of the game. To come up with that interception, huge.
I like how you identified that because most people think winning plays are the offense trying to get it done. In this case, nursing a lead, they found a way to make a play on that side of the ball and maybe finish things off.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And they've got this one in hand. No timeouts remaining defensively, so this one should just be one kneel and then handshakes. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. So a victory here for the Miami Dolphins, and they were spurred on by a strong performance in that 4th quarter as they held their opponents off the scoreboard.
Everyone wants to pitch a shutout for the entire game, but when you throw one in the 4th quarter, that tells everyone that you're getting stronger and dominance is starting to take over, right? The way that you close, the way that you finish, that gets preached to you from the time you're playing Little League football all the way up through, and they closed them out with a big-time performance down the stretch.
So for Miami, they move a step closer to 500 as their record improves.